more upset about climate action and universal pre-K and Medicare covering hearing than he is about his own guy, Gosar, creating a violent homicidal cartoon that he put up on the internet and refused to take down for you. And they're really upset because we censured him for it yesterday.
They are upset.
And I heard you made a beautiful speech yesterday, AOC, and I missed it.
Thank you.
But I'm going to check it out tonight after I hear this, one of the greatest speeches in American history. I mean, not since the Gettysburg Address has America witnessed a speech like this.
I mean, the Gettysburg Address was elegant and brief. So.
Yes. You could fit 100 and maybe 20 Gettysburg Addresses in what he has done already.
Let's re-examine this peanut gallery right over here. Okay, ready? All right, this right here, Mike Pence's brother, also a member of Congress. I mean, you know, whatever. Okay. Here we have Representative Clyde, who said that January 6th was a collection of tourists. Meanwhile, I heard that he was crying like a little baby on the day that it was happening. And I mean, look at all these folks. Again, stunning diversity in the House Republican caucus. Yeah, listen. And then, of course, we have their leader. So,
all right, AOC's live stream.
All righty. Yeah, you know, I thought it was interesting. Jamie Raskin, who's from my state, he's not my representative, but he's from my state. And AOC made some clear observations about the Republicans and of course Mr. McCarthy and his long speech that wasn't saying a whole lot and wasn't going to stop the process. As we see that Build Back Better at least has made it through the House, and we'll see where it goes with the Senate. That's going to be dependent upon some conservative Democrats, like, you know, of course, Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema. So we'll see where it goes, but he wasn't going to stop this from going forward. This was just kind of bluster, you know, delaying the inevitable. And you know, I hope he had a bucket there. So just a little history about the filibuster actually on the Senate side. I believe it was Strom Thurmond who has the record out for the longest filibuster, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a rule that was created where you have to have 1 foot on the Senate floor. So he had 1 foot on the Senate floor and he was behind a curtain. They put up a curtain and he was peeing in a bucket at the same time so that he could continue to speak and continue to filibuster. So just a little interesting filibuster history there.
24 hours and 18 minutes, Strom Thurmond.
Right. Unbelievable. And I'm surprised he didn't have to poop. I don't know what he ate or didn't eat, you know, in order to keep his bowels controlled. Or maybe he did. You know, maybe he did poop. Who knows? But he was able to go for 24 hours and he probably actually stopped something. Whereas Kevin McCarthy was unsuccessful, did not actually stop the legislation from going forward into the Senate. So congratulations to him for proving that he could stand up for 8 hours straight.
I mean, you're right. It is a political gesture. It's meant to be a sign, I think, to Republicans. Really, it was a message to Republican voters nationwide that Kevin McCarthy wasn't going to take this lying down, not going to let this go down without a fight. And so he uses whatever sort of time he has left to delay this thing. He goes 8.5 hours. And as it stands, apparently that now sets the record for one of these leaders using the quote magic minutes in order to use the House's version of the filibuster. The previous record holder, Nancy Pelosi. So you can see why Kevin McCarthy wanted to push past
Nancy Pelosi standing up for 8 hours. She's 81 years old. I don't know when this happened, but she's 81 years old and not having to pee for 8 straight hours at 81 is a real achievement. So shout out to Nancy D'Alessandro Pelosi.
Look at you, D'Alessandro. That's awesome.
Hey, I'm a Baltimore guy. You know,
yeah, that's right.
We know the D'Alessandro family.
The D'Alessandro, her father, the former mayor of Baltimore.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and guess, just knowing the women in my life, that she probably did that in flats. If she did it in high heels, she deserves to still be considered the record holder.
Absolutely.
So there's that. But yes, you're right. It's a political gesture to basically say, hey, look, this bill is not going to be good for the country, and I'm going to register my opposition here to it. And he spent 8.5 hours exploring every contour of this thing, apparently, in order to make that point. And you're right. A lot of this is just not going to survive in the Senate. One of the reasons, like, for instance, sort of the sweeping immigration components to this bill, unlikely to survive. The Senate parliamentarian already ruling multiple times that any amnesty provisions, anything that changes immigration law, unlikely to survive in the United States Senate. And that's because this is a budget bill. This is a reconciliation package, and it's only supposed to adjust things on a budgetary basis and not actually address changes in policy in the United States. So we will see. But as of this morning, it looks unlikely to make its way through the Senate, but anything can happen in the United States Congress.